All right, guys. So welcome to the live update for tonight. It's been a really big night for crypto and for Bitcoin. We finally had a proper push after, it's been, I think, nearly more than 10 weeks we've been kind of ranging. So we finally had a proper push. We tapped 13,249. And, since then we've been retracing. Now I've got on my screen here just the monthly chart. It's just the close by levels that I'm watching. And, the most important area I can see for us to watch right now on Bitcoin is, we have to be cautious because as you can see over here, when we ran to 20,000, the 1 month close, it was actually at, look, it's 13,259. And that's a single candle supply zone. It's an area where when it comes back to, as you can see here, we sell off from. So right now, considering that we're selling off from this area, it's actually pretty dangerous for Bitcoin. And although the monthly does look like it can still have a lot of momentum, it can keep pushing, we have to be cautious of this for sure. While we're under this area, we should at least expect a retracement. Now, if we do retrace, there's some other key monthly levels that we have to watch here for a support and resistance flip. So we can see this little area here. It was also respected here. So if we come back down to that now, we're going to zoom in and have a proper look in a sec. We should definitely watch that and see how the price reacts. If we don't hold that as support, this little order block here is going to be the next key area. If you don't know what an order block is, it's a little, when you see these big moves, like this, sometimes in between them, they have these little candles. We have these little candles, like as you can see here, this little block. There's one here, and they're order blocks. So they're like, basically the idea is that these are the most important orders that cause the price to go down or up on the next candle. So we're kind of expecting traders to react to this same order levels when the price comes back. So you can see here we reacted to that one. You can see here we did, and then we actually came up through it and we pushed off it. So this is going to be a really key area. As long as we hold above this area here, I've marked it as the current micro support. It's at around 11,740. I will expect us to keep pushing. Once we lose this area here, I'm going to start to be really cautious because we could potentially form a range here, or we could actually lose this crucial support and start downtrending. But for now, it looks like it's still got a bit of momentum, but it is rejecting right now. So let's go onto the daily and see what else we can see. Now here, it looks absolutely horrible. This is not the ideal candle we want to see on the daily. And, we can also see there's a potential double top on the stochastic. So, I would be really cautious if you're longing Bitcoin. Definitely wait for something more clear. If we come down to this area or this area and we see like a reset of the stochastic and the RSI and, a nice bullish chart pattern, maybe we can consider a better entry. I've got some daily levels here too. Well, let's overlap the monthly on top of them. And, you can basically see that this area here is going to be really important to hold. I think if we lose this, we can start to free fall a little bit down to here. So just keep an eye. I would set some alerts around 12,500 and 12,300, as well as 13,250. And these are going to be the key areas to watch on Bitcoin. So other than that, there's not too much we can really read from what's going on. It's just your typical bullish price action, some really parabolic candles, and it's just consolidating sideways. And while it is consolidating sideways, it's going to be really good for the altcoins. If you see here, we had a nice consolidation before an up move. So this is most likely orders are getting filled in this block here, right here. And eventually we're going to see a breakout upwards or downwards and a major move. And we can see what happens then. So let's have a look at some other stuff. Now, I'm going to make this update pretty brief, guys, because we're going to be going into more stuff over the weekend, and we're going to be releasing some more videos as well. So let's just go to the monthly on Ethereum. Now, I've cleared my chart. I just wanted to go through the levels fresh with you guys. And, you know, the first thing I notice here is this single candle demand zone. So we can see that we actually started a massive swing upwards from here. And we also started this run upwards from here. So the fact that we're bouncing here right now on Ethereum is, I think it's extremely bullish for Ethereum if we hold this area. Now, we can look at some targets, and if Ethereum really does start to pump, you know, I think that the best areas of interest we're going to see first are here. So we've got a little order block here. Now I'm just going to go from the monthly time frame on this one. So, you know, we can play it level by level, and basically if we long here, we're going to hope that it holds this support, and then if it pushes up, this next zone is going to be our confirmation area. So we're going to watch for a break and a push off this zone, and then we can start looking at profit taking levels at the 0.382 fib, the 0.5 and the 0.618, as well as this candle close here is extremely important. It's $683, so it's quite a way to go. You know, it's pretty common for assets to come up and test their supply zones again. So if we push off this area, you know, I think if we get some bullish sentiment in the market and this DeFi stuff keeps going, we can definitely see Ethereum make a push, you know, a couple $100. So that's one to watch. The key area is $400 right here on the bottom of this candle. We've got a little bit of a order block at 450 to 430 or so. And then once we clear that, I think we should have a pretty crazy pump to around $580, $600 at least. So that's one to watch. Now, but you saw Bitcoin was ranging sideways. So let's go back briefly. If it breaks out of this top area, we're going to get some really big moves, and it's probably going to take alts down. So just keep that in mind. You know what? Once we break this top level at 13,259, it's likely we're going to start making some really big moves. So I'm not saying it is going to happen, because anything can happen, and we are under a key resistance right now. But it's definitely something to watch for. So this little consolidation on Bitcoin, if it breaks down, it's going to be positive for alts. If it keeps going sideways, it's going to be positive for alts. If it breaks above this area and this area, they're probably going to take a hit. So just keep that in mind. And DXY, I haven't cleaned up this chart, so bear with me. Now, we can see we're coming into an area of demand down here. So there is a chance that we get a bounce here, and you know, the DXY can bring Bitcoin down. One thing I can notice clearly here is this rounded structure. So while we have this, it actually gives us a possibility of a bottom pattern here, or a cup and it actually looks like a cup and handle. So you can see the cup and then the handle. If you don't know this pattern, just visit our Discord database and you can look it up in there. Basically, it's like a rounded structure with a handle, which is like a almost rectangular consolidation. So if DXY breaks out of here, confirms off this level, then we have to be very wary of our other trades, because it's going to bring down possibly gold, silver, euro, Bitcoin, and altcoins. So the level to watch here on DXY is around 93. Keep an eye on that. If we push past that, then we have a chance of this cup and handle playing out. And the cup and handle, you know, the likely target is going to be around this area up here. So keep an eye on that. Other things we can look at the moment, we have now, I've gone over this a few times in the Discord. Personally, I actually fucked up this trade. I got shook out of the trade a bit early because I entered late. My stop loss was too high. So I was calling for this bar bottom here on gold. Basically a bar bottom, it makes a really steep angle. And as it comes up, it breaks through and it retests and launches. So you're not meant to trade bar bottoms prematurely. You're meant to wait for the breakout because they can just dump off. And, I didn't follow that. I actually entered, I think I entered right here on this pin bar candle. I had my stop just under this close here. And, I got taken out on this wick. I got another entry here and I recovered a bit of my losses so far. And we're going to see how it goes. But if this does hold this support here on gold, it's going to be a confirmation of the breakout of the bar bottom. And, we can potentially see gold come up to the 1980 resistance or 2000 again, depending on what else happens in the market. But it's only if we hold this level. So as soon as we lose this, we're probably going to start getting choppy and shake a lot of traders out. So if we get a lot of volume coming in and a big push now, it's going to be very positive for gold to play out this pattern. And one thing I want to note, if you look at Bitcoin, just got to zoom out. Here we go. Now look at this, right? It's the exact same as gold before Bitcoin looks like gold right now. So I'm going to circle right here and you can see the same kind of pattern. It's this bar, this and a massive sell-off. We come back around, break and retest. And look at gold. It looks almost the exact same. So I'm hoping that this fractal is going to play out in gold and we're going to push up here. If it does, it's probably going to help drag Bitcoin up. So keep an eye on this trend line here if we hold or not. Now looking at silver, it's almost like pretty much a similar chart to gold. I haven't been trading silver really. It's a pretty much same setup, but if you look at gold, gold is right here where I've circled right now. Silver has already pushed a bit and it's making a flag. So, if you're trading silver, it's going to be the same thing. You're looking at these targets up here. And if we lose this trend line, I would, prepare for some more selling. And Euro USD. Now I've got a key order block here and I've made this red mark here and you can see we're rejecting off that. So right now we can treat Bitcoin with caution because of this too, because if Euro USD keeps selling from this level, it's going to drag Bitcoin down. The DXY is a basket of currencies that against the US dollar, and the Euro USD makes up majority of the DXY. So when the DXY goes up, it can bring down the Euro USD. And when Euro USD moves, it's almost 80% correlated to Bitcoin. So these are all things we should watch. Now, so that's just the main, the main commodities and Bitcoin, etc. I'm not really looking at too much else. I'm going to be doing a proper scope over the weekend in the market. But one thing I did see is XRP. Now we can see this trend line has been respected here. And it continues to be respected. And now we're actually squeezing and we've made a ascending triangle pattern here. And it's pushing the breakout level right now. So we're going to look for a breakout and then it's likely going to fail support and bounce again under here and then come up. And you want to look for an entry here, or you can enter now if you're the risky type. It may just pump and it might not give us the second entry, but it is riskier if you didn't catch an entry on the bottom here. So definitely keep an eye on XRP. If it holds 2,600 as support after it breaks out, I think we're going to have a chance of maybe a 10 to 20% push. And, it's a very nice extending triangle. It's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 touches. So it's valid. We just need a nice breakout with a bit of volume and a retest. And that can shoot off. One more thing I was looking at was TRX. And as you can see, it's also making like accumulation range here. We had this crazy pump the other day and Mate, I feel sorry for the people who brought the breakout on this one because they got fucking wrecked. That's why you should always wait till the candle closes and see what the next candle brings, because, you know, this candle closed up here. People saw this push up, they entered long, and then boom, they got wrecked. But what I'm looking at on TRX, I was actually hoping for it to come down to here for a long. It might not give it to us. This level here could go right if we flip it, but the main level I'm looking at to enter here on TRX is when we come up, we come down here and we bounce off this and we're going to push up, because it looks like a Wyckoff accumulation range. If you don't know what that is, you can go to our Discord and you can visit. Sorry guys, I just got to let some more people in, and you can visit the Wyckoff channel. It's in the education section, and if you want to learn about these ranges. So basically there's like massive orders at the bottom, and they trick traders into shorting at the bottom at these levels to fill their bags to pump. So that's going to be a good one to watch on XRP. Now I'm going to unmute you all. If anyone has any questions or some quick requests, you can ask away. Yeah, I've just requested you all to unmute, so. So, you know, that's all I really wanted to go over, just briefly, what I'm watching. Do you guys have any other questions or requests? Any altcoins you're looking at? Looking at Australia 200. I'll just go over a few more things for you guys. Now, it's a bit of the price action of this on this has been pretty terrible. You know, I just stopped looking at it for a few days because we saw this all this choppiness around here, you know. And still the key level I'm actually watching on the AU200 is, let's get rid of all this for a sec. All right, the key level I'm watching is going to be here. And it's also going to be, if you look at this level here, just a sec, guys. We got it. So if I look at this area here, basically on AU200, if you zoom out, it's been a pretty key resistance. The levels may be a little bit off. It doesn't matter. We're just, you know, we can go back to it later and fix it up. Go to the 1 month chart. This area here, all right, you can see we launched off it here. We just bounced off it here before we collapsed, and we're just resting on it now. So right now, this is the current resistance. If we can actually claim this level here, you know, I'm pretty confident that the AU200 is really going to start pushing, because we've got a rare pattern here. It's called a diving board pattern. So basically, we've got this range up here, horizontal range, which is a massive, you know, at the top of this range, massive sell orders were getting filled, right? And then coronavirus came and we collapsed under this level. Now, we've made this V bottom, and this is a sign that the market is reversing and a lot of buyers are coming in. But now we're gone sideways again here, and we're consolidating for a massive move. So this is around the top, and basically this structure is a consolidation, and the top of it here, right here, the top of it, if we can get above this and bounce off it, I'm going to long here. I'm looking for a take profit target at the top of this range with this pattern. This is a consolidation. A consolidation leads to a thrust. And in time, these moves can usually come back to the consolidation level, which is going to give us a really good short entry or a possible long entry if we come back inside of it. So that's the AU200. And, you know, we've actually seen the same pattern on SP500. So we've seen this consolidation here. We broke out, we trapped a lot of buyers, we fell. And you can see here, as soon as we bounce off the consolidation, bang, we go up. So we're looking at the same setup there on the AU200. Just a sec, guys. All right. So any other cryptos that we want to look at, guys? Let's zoom in on the hourly. Let's see what's happening with Bitcoin again. So the hourly looks like it could push. It looks it's starting to reset. And, you know, we've also got this kind of rounded bottom forming. So if we can push above this area, this is a little demand cluster. Supply cluster there. We're pushing above that. If we can bounce off this, we're probably going to head upwards, guys. So keep an eye on, like, there's clear support and resistance areas on the smaller time frames. As you can see here, we're just coming through this area. This is a range, you know, we're just ranging. And you can see here, we broke out of the range, we pumped. Come back into the range, we dumped. So right now, there's a morning star. We could actually hold this area and we could continue to push up if we get above this daily swing close. If you look at, let's go on the daily quickly. So just so you can see what level that is and why it's important, the daily swing close. So you can see right here, right there, you know, that level before we actually dumped in the first 20K run right there, we're sitting right on it, you know, right on it. So this is a key area here, the daily swing close. Let's go back onto the 15-minute again. So this daily swing close is a really, really key area. If we do bounce off this and confirm supports with the 1 hour being reset, we could actually see a push here. If we do push from here, we could range for here again. This is going to be a crucial support area here at 12,980. It's another previous high. And if we hold support after pushing through that, this is the next area of interest. 13,249, 13,166. So once we clear these areas, there's not much left above us, you know. If I put all my levels on simultaneously, you can see once we get above here and above this 0.618 fib, where we got maybe $800, $1,000 gap till we go to the next key area. So that's pretty much going to be it for this update, guys. You know, it's going to be uploaded very soon, and you can go over the levels I mentioned yourself and add them to your chart if you want. But for now, just keep an eye on this 12,889 on Bitcoin. I believe if we push through it and it's held as support, we may actually see a small run here. If we lose this area, 12,800, just have some caution, because as I've gone over in the video, there are some other things to watch out for that might affect Bitcoin right now, like the DXY and gold, etc. But it has been decorrelating as of late, and that basically means that it hasn't been running 100% in sync with gold and the traditional markets. So that's going to be just my quick update for you guys for tonight. Probably maybe tomorrow or Saturday or Sunday, we're going to be jumping on another live video, and it's going to be just for the members of the Discord. This one's going to be released for free as a general update. I wanted to give you guys, you know, just my thoughts on everything at the moment. So stay tuned in the channel. We're going to post a link some point this weekend, and we'll be doing another live stream. We're going to do market analysis, and we're going to cover some different educational topics. So if you have anything you guys want to learn about or you're struggling with, make sure you send me an inbox or send Dax an inbox, and we're going to choose the most popular topics and we're going to go over them in the next video for you guys. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. And if you've got any questions, don't hesitate to ask me. I'm happy to answer them.